Another story we're following, Chanel, is 12 people who were killed after a small plane crashed off the Caribbean coast on Monday. Now, Honduran officials say the jet stream departed from an airport on Roatan Island, and that's about 35 miles from the Honduran mainland, and it's also a popular diving destination. Chanel, what more can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so Mugo, we're following this story really closely from our breaking news desk this hour. We know that this deadly crash happened sometime late last night, and authorities are saying this small plane crashed into the Caribbean Sea quickly after taking off from the Honduran island of Roatan. Take a look at these dramatic images, the video of the aftermath of this crash and the rescue effort that ensued shortly after. We know the Lanza Airlines plane took off from Roatan, which, is a huge local tourist destination. And we're told now it was heading to a port on the Honduran mainland when this crash happened. Mugo, officials are saying the aircraft sort of made a sharp turn to the right of the runway and then fell into the water. Police are saying there were 15 passengers who were on board the plane, also 2 pilots and a flight attendant. So we know now that 12 people were killed in this crash, and that also notably includes a popular Honduran musician, Aurelio Martínez. Rescue workers, again, in these images, we're seeing carrying survivors onto a stretcher onto this very rocky shore. They were taken to a nearby hospital, but at this point, Mugo, we do not have an update on their conditions. Last we heard from police, they are still searching for one more person who was on board that plane. But you can see in these images here just how tough the terrain is. It is certainly complicating their search. You can see there's a grassy part here, but the plane crashed into the water. And around that body of water, there's about 30 meters of rock. So that's really what's making this search and rescue effort really tough. As for what caused the crash, police are saying this was an apparent mechanical failure. And in response, the president there has now issued an emergency committee to respond to the scene immediately. And this includes some armed forces and firefighters who are there to try to help the victims on scene.
Wow, just devastating. CBS News correspondent Chanel Call, thank you so much for those updates. Appreciate your time today.